Good evening. Welcome to the Mercer County Ultimate Disc League Men's Finals. You got Bill Kieffer here, and my
Bailey
good friend
Saul over here.
We will,
The 2021 edition.
yes, and we will be walking you through a night of Mercer County Ultimate Disc, featuring some of the premier men's talent that this league has to offer.
One of whom is holding the disc for Remold, the team pulling and closest to us here with their backs to us. This is Cole Drummond, number 9, in his Devil jersey, letting it rip. And did he go OP? That was close.
That's close, but I think he stayed in. So a little early heckle, but didn't get to him fully.
No, kind of a wormy pull though for Cole. He's capable of much higher and longer.
Our team in white's going to be TRI. We don't know what that stands for, but we were told it's TRI and not try or anything like that. So
not an abbreviation for Triceratops. They have a lot of young talent, very young talent. One young man from Pennsbury, Michael Kingsley, told me this was his 5th game ever. So I'm impressed they're out here in the final because they've obviously got something going on.
I guess you'll have to figure tonight their featured player on white on try is going to be Drew Rasmussen. He was the guy that just had the disc, number 50. So he'll be around it. He'll be active all night. He's going to have to carry this team if they're going to want to win it. So
yeah, kind of direct the offense. Huh?
I'm sure you'll see a variety of dark players on him. Keep fresh legs on what's clearly their best player.
And which is why Cole is covering him right now. We have Ryan McGillicuddy, another Pennsbury vet. Oh, nice score for White.
Nice little touch over the top to the open side.
Beating one of the young West Windsor kids over the top. The other veteran player on TRI, number 98, we have yet to learn his name, but we'll get that. That's a nice quick goal for these guys to start the game. And the team in dark, I think it's safe to say, is heavily favored.
Yeah,
tonight.
I mean, from a couple of grizzled veterans like myself and yourself, I think just watching pre-games, we kind of both had our money on dark, but I've been proven wrong more than once in my life, and been proven wrong more than once at these fields, so I'm more than happy to eat pro again tonight, too.
Amen to that. They're off to a good start.
So right now we have try 1 and Remold 0. We do have our buddy Kevin Greener over here floating around, so if you hear any background noise, some yelling, a little laugh in the background.
Disruptive influence to the league. And
I haven't followed much of the men's league, but when I look at the talent, isn't dark
we just were commenting on that.
Just said that, yep.
I mean, I know, but
these guys are so young.
I think we heard in passing, too, White was hurt a little bit by losing some kids back to college, so I don't know, we're up 1-0.
These weather postponements at this time of year are not helpful for that kind of scenario.
Got a nice short pull. It should get at least a couple touches.
Drummond with the disc, unguarded momentarily. And they're sending someone
a big one
already.
Big one to Jay Principe, using his wheels, a little bit of ultimate experience. little trash talk in the end zone.
Good time with his coverage, whose family is sitting over here. They got a chance to see Jay just scoop that in front of him. He was closing though, wasn't he?
He was. You could see the athleticism taking over, but I think Jay might have had the advantage with a little bit of ultimate knowledge and kind of rocked him to sleep a little bit with the fake one way and finish the other way.
Yeah. He'll do better next time.
We have another long-time Mercer County player
there.
out there. We have John Klein, number 2 from your left in the blue, with his back to us. You have the captain of the team, Akshat Rajan. Pardon my pronunciation if it's wrong. We'll call him AK. He's going to be number 7 in red, captain, far right. Bailey, why don't you talk about him a little bit?
Ryan McGillicuddy, Pennsbury veteran.
You'll hear him called McGill a little bit. So.
Yeah, McGill is the nickname he goes by, and young Mr. Kim here, number 20, we've heard very exciting things about. Though diminutive in stature, apparently he is lightning quick and a really good handle.
So this could be one of these veteran lines that dark could throw up, whereas if there's a turn, they might be able to work something pretty easily up the field.
We have our young man who just ran with Principe, holding the disc now. put a stop to it initially there.
Yeah, this man in the tank top is definitely an athlete, but probably not a long-time frisbee player.
Overthrows Rasmussen.
Remold with their first turn of the game. Let's see if these veterans can walk it down the field a little bit and put something in.
I don't know if that was...
Got AK making a little up the line cut. Ooh, a greatest attempt?
Yes, falls
nobody
short.
in particular. Looks like he was out of bounds anyway when he jumped. So.
He could have been. But it was a good effort. He got it in the air. You have to say that.
We got a deep ball going up. We got our athlete, our resident athlete, non-player. This slips through his hands.
Just tipped away at the last second.
It's always interesting every year to see total pure athletes come out and play this sport and know that they can go out there and run with everybody, but to find the finer tools of ultimate, of catching and reading and knowing the flow of the game, that usually takes a year or two to figure out fully.
Yeah, they're keeping it interesting. They've definitely got some quickness on White, young as they are.
A nice up the line cut by McGill.
And on Dark.
Unfortunately, that does not pay off.
Yeah, it doesn't come back in. Mr. Yang just left it out the sideline a little.
Oh, that's a turn.
Oh, and right back.
Drew Rasmussen with the little wild throw through the middle of the entire defense and offense. AK with the disc, see if they can get something started here. Almost looks like we're going with a horizontal stack, which is something kind of interesting to see. Usually it's just a traditional vertical stack out here with people that aren't usually playing with each other.
Oh, and another miscommunication. It's tough when you fake out your own guy like that. You make a good dump cut, and then as he lets it go, you hit the brakes and start to go the other direction.
Aiden, follow Aaron. Which way are we going?
This should be for White, right on the goal line. All they're going to have to do is complete something in the end zone, take over the score again.
Yeah.
And he was very open.
And there it is. It was tipped.
Yes.
And he's still got it.
2-1 for TRI.
Yeah, and we're back with TRI getting another pull.
Holding the lead at 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
Wind picking up a little bit, but I don't think it's anything notable for any kind of an experienced player. The wind blowing into this direction, into the face of Drew. He's about to pull this disc downfield.
Yeah, he should be able to hang it up there pretty nicely, and he does.
This should also be pretty tempting to see if Dark takes a little deep shot here, if they can find a mismatch, and there's appears to be a couple on the field.
Yeah.
This is your thrower, Cole Drummond here in the yellow.
And he does it. Oh, he's coming for this cone. Is it coming back in? It is.
Wow.
Jay Prince one more time.
Jay Principe once again.
That's good.
It's that easy for guys that are his age to still come out here and score goals. It gets you excited to maybe come back out and put him back on again.
And let's face it, he's not that old, for gosh sakes. But
so we got 2-2.
Lovely fiance Kristen in the stands. Actually, wife. They got married.
Did they?
I think so. Can't keep track of all these kids. Seems to be another one every week, my own included.
So I guess we see here that the Dark offensive strategy is going to be just to let Cole, number 9 in the yellow, kind of get that disc and jacket to speed, because he's definitely going to be their best deep thrower.
You could also put Cole on the other end of those plays.
Very true.
You know?
Oh, yeah, okay.
He doesn't need to be throwing it. He can be running them down as well. And I think this young gentleman about to pull
would
be one of them.
Remold's got a pretty young lineup in. All their KG veterans, as we'll call them, are currently on the sidelines. Cole seems to be their senior leader right now at the robust age of about 16.
Well, I think 28 may have him. But
yeah. Cole's experience says he's about 28, but that patchy facial hair says about 17 and a half.
Yeah. Nice diving catch.
Here's our athlete once again with the disc.
Yeah. Did you get his name?
We got a deep
shot.
and
we got another one jacked
like
for White.
A 2-on-1
and it's a young player going up by himself. Call that foul. Call that foul, 41.
No way. He had his hand on the disc. He knows he's a baller. He knows what he's doing. He had his hand on that disc. He could have caught it.
He got bumped pretty heavily, dude. I would not. If that happens in the pros, he gets 10 yards, guaranteed. That was a double crunch. They made a sandwich out of him. because he's 98 pounds and this is like his 4th game, he doesn't know the call.
28 with Steve Lahette. That could be a little matchup to follow.
Yeah, no, that was a great contest, but it was also a foul. They just blocked. So our athlete,
Pull with the disc on the sideline once again. There,
Carlin, we've been talking about, goes by Murph apparently. Fernandez, and as you say, oh man! There we go. There he is. Speaking
There's
of
the
that,
athlete.
he shall appear.
That's my guy for the rest of the night. That's my athlete.
Now that, of course, is the one rare instance where it's okay to hammer a disc because you're knocking it straight down, but the risk of macking it says just catch that and get it in motion.
Oh, Drew with another turnover.
And Drew overthrows Fitz by just a little bit.
Costly.
Craig used to play on Machine apparently. Got his hands on that, but
The Rutgers University.
yeah, we had just a little too much altitude and zip on that, I think. Steve Lahette guarding.
Remold really hammering it up the sideline. Timeout.
Timeout called. Huh. Okay, a little early for that, but.
Out.
And we're back with water bottles being tossed to the sideline as they get ready to check the disc in and get going again.
Remold with the disc, looking to attack a little bit. Score still tied up at 2-all. This could be a spot here where they could score something pretty easy. Only maybe about, what, 30 yards, 40 yards out?
Right, and as close as they are, they won't have to rely on Prince bolting deep for this one. They can't do that all night. I mean, I suppose they could until you stop them, but
They got Steve Lahette out there in isolation on the lone cutter. Oh,
look at Stevie Ladd.
oh! This kid's got to throw that disc. He can't
Lands
just
and
place it in
covers
somebody's
it.
chest.
Kid dives for it. Yikes! Good shot.
Oh, yuck!
Cole Drummond, I think
Foul
was,
called in the throw. Foul called in the throw.
must have been. Seemed to me he was taking a throw that wasn't meant for him.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Plus, it hit him in a bad spot too, right in his 2 hands. So
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it kind of did. Well, it took him by surprise, and then he couldn't quite. There's a nice flick to the end.
Wow, that's a beautiful.
Oh, poor kid dropped it. Got him hit
Oh,
on
my
it and dropped it.
Wow, that was a great toss too.
It was.
Had it the whole way until he hit the ground, or was he? I couldn't even tell.
I
if
think he
bopped
just
it.
bipped it. He bipped it before he got to the ground. Now White trying to get out, which they do successfully.
He can just show that highlight to his friends, but cut it right before the point where he drops it. It was a pretty nice layout.
Murph with the disc back to another one of the handlers, who's curving it back in for Fitz, who will not get there. Hits
Put
the
it right,
cone.
put it right on the cone.
Hits the cone. Set the cone up, fellas, just so you know.
All right, once again,
Cole Drummond back for guard, even though he's in Yala. Got to be fun being your primary handler in yellow, the only guy out here in that color. It's easy to find him. But we do have sort of a rainbow.
we got a nice little collision in the middle of the field.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that was.
He's up.
Is that Richard Wan?
A little,
No,
little
it
too
isn't.
much action going on with too many people in that area.
John Pop. It's a solid guy, too. That had to be a.
He hit.
Is that Fitz he hit?
Yeah, he hit Lahette.
Oh,
So I guess Lahette's either injured or taking one because they took one.
yeah.
So
Well,
1-0 Steve
Steve's a
Lahette versus the
substantial
world.
guy to hit, too.
Yeah.
So. Two substantial bodies there colliding in midfield. It is, ladies and gentlemen, a non-contact sport, except on the rare occasion when, you know, there's contact. All right, the negotiations continue. Where is the disc? Who's got it? What's the count?
Saul count coming in on 5 after that.
Yeah. Oh,
Another turnover for Wilson.
that one, Richard went up for him. His defender
Yeah.
just came right through the play.
Looked like Wilson committed to the dump, heard a little chatter downfield, turned and fired, and
Yeah.
kind of let it get away from him. Stick with that dump next time, give him the time to work with it.
Get it across. This is when it's good they have a 10 count stall.
Nice bid by Cole.
Rec leagues.
Wow.
Murph on the
that.
corner.
Wow.
Another diving D.
Gets his own D back.
Nice play.
Here we go. This is our deep thrower here. Maybe Dark just tries to throw another haymaker. And put some
I don't see Prince on the field, but he has plenty of other targets.
One man.
It's funny to watch a game where you just don't understand why certain people are getting looked off. Our young man in the middle here who was wide open on that cut for about, I don't know, 5-6 seconds. By the time he decided not to throw it to him, of course, he was back in his own area. But.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's ever accused the men's league of being the prettiest ultimate that's played in the summer. Another drop by White, perfectly cued up to my sarcastic, hilarious comment.
Right, a little one-handed drop that was in the palm of the hand. But it keeps it interesting. It's truly unpredictable.
Right,
Lady Hawk.
Murph again?
No. No, it's
completely. Oh, foul call.
I think there may have been.
Have a little chat
brief
here.
Negotiation. Oh, it was uncatchable. Well, how do you know if I never got the chance to try? It wasn't that far away that it's going to be uncatchable.
One of the finer points of self-officiated ultimate frisbee, where the player makes his call, the defender has the choice of contesting it or upholding it, or they talk about it for a while and you try to talk the offensive player out of his what you perceive to be a poor call.
Right, and occasionally it'll turn into debate league, and then eventually cat calls from the crowd. Play will start. So the player is up. The negotiations seem to have concluded.
Yeah.
They disagree, as evidenced by the fact that the disc is coming back. All right, so Richard Yuan with the disc. Coming in on 5, they said. Drummond to Yuan. Yuan with another bladey flick to the end zone. This time, 2 guys miss it.
Yeah, with that, thrown into the wind like that, going with a bladey flick is always a risky business. Sometimes
Sure
you're better
is.
off just putting a nice flat one out there and letting your offensive player run to a space and get it.
Yeah, a lot of these young guys seem to be fairly evenly matched in speed and leaping ability, so it's hard to know who's going to end up on the winning end of those, you know? Ooh, a low blade that gets down. Another flick deep for Fitz.
That's an easy one.
That should be. Oh
my Lord.
Just by a whisker.
I don't know where he played college ultimate at, probably Drew University or TCNJ or Ryder, but
no,
I can tell you any day of the
I
week.
think he got a little, you know, a body wobble off a little airfoil. The disc rose and came down. That's tough when you're going downwind like that and your disc gets a last-second ride off your own body's airfoil. He had it in his sights. He really knew where it was going.
Some nice movement right now. We got a poach coming off. Oh. Drew's coming off to poach, letting Cole run by himself. I'm curious if Cole's going to take advantage of these poor poaches.
Yeah.
He really needs a receiver right now.
Now we have a travel call, which is reasonable because Drummond was not moving at any velocity where he had to stop. Standing. Doesn't get to take the race.
A lot of risky throws back to the center of the stack. I like it. Very non-traditional style of ultimate frisbee we're seeing right here.
They seem to have gone to backhands with a slightly higher degree of success. Of course, Drummond doesn't need to use any particular kind of pass. He just needs to have an open guy.
I think at some point Cole's got to take this offense over and just start running down the pass. But as I say that, Dark scores.
Is that only 3-2?
It is.
Good Lord, this game's going to go till midnight.
45 minutes into the game, and we have a score of Remold 3 and TRI 2.
Well, maybe it's only to 12. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, as they're
we are playing to 15. But
15, yeah. As they slap hands, I guess we'll cut to a break. It's 3-2 right now. Remold
there's
over
a little more Drummond-esque kind of pull coming straight at us.
It's a beautiful summer evening, humid pull where it just sits there, rides nicely.
Oh!
Ryan McGillicuddy with a nice bid.
He really, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. He was inches from that thing. Rasmussen getting a little casual, and Ryan trying to make him pay.
That was
Cole Drummond makes him pay instead.
I think he went to the
And John Klein.
Steve Lahett, we'll give him a defense on that. I mean, it did hit the ground without touching it, but you know what?
Yeah.
Give Steve Lahett a D for the game. He's on the
John Klein with a point block straight up in the air.
He gets 2 notches. He gets the D and the turnover all. He's back on the scorecard.
Unbelievable. Give him the bookends. See John across the field. See John. See John. Come on, Cole. That'll do.
Jay Principe on the scorecard again.
This time with the assist.
Yes.
And John Klein doing work there, getting a much-deserved bookends, as we like to say in Ultimate, when you make the D and catch the goal.
It's always refreshing to see somebody as old as John Klein out here still catching goals. Almost makes people want to put their cleats back on again.
I saw him cover his eyes there for a moment. I thought he might have gotten hacked across the bridge of the nose or something, but I think it was just he was worried somebody else was getting injured. But a great comeback play by John there. Stay in it. Tried to tell Prince to let it go, but, you know.
Jay Prince had to get that touch and that assist.
Well, he's a long-time Ultimate player, and you don't let a Frisbee go. If it's yours, you got to take it and then just give it to the next guy, which he did instantly. So, yeah, John.
All right, and we're back with Remold on serve.
Jay Prince speaking fairly confidently about his matchup out there.
Most people are trying to figure out where he got that hat and why on God's green earth he's actually wearing it for an Ultimate Frisbee game.
Amen, brother. Are there any fishing lures stuck to that thing?
There's some guy in Mercer County Lake right now that's coming back to the dock and found out that somebody stole his hat, and he is going to be pissed when he gets back.
Yeah, the sun is killer out here, we say. We got to find out this young man on the right's name too, because I think he's going to play a big role as this game goes on for Pride. Jay Prince with the man on Murph, the big D. He's trying to shut down the around, as we say.
Ooh, nice up the line pass.
Yeah,
Rasmussen.
Rasmussen.
We got a jump ball. Get in there, John.
Flick coming our way. Very nice catch. Nice catch,
Nice grab.
Stansbury.
About time you caught one, you dropped the other one in the end zone.
Buddy. Don't listen to him.
Very nice grab, right in front of your 2 faithful
We were
announcers.
about ready to kick over backwards for cover here.
Yep, we didn't move, folks. We're like the band on the Titanic. We're the last ones to
That's
leave.
right. But they did a great job of controlling their bodies.
Yeah.
Great catch by number 41.
That was a nice little jump ball that Drew threw out there and let an athlete go get it. That's exactly what they did. So that gives us, what, 4-3 now? We have Remold up over TRI.
Yeah.
All right, we got TRI 3. About to send this disc down to Remold 4.
That was Aiden McGee who made that great catch right in front of us.
Me and my Aiden McGee.
Me and my Aiden McGee.
He's going to be like, Mom, Dad, what is that reference that man just said? And
Yeah.
I have to tell him.
That's actually, I'm impressed by that from you, young as you are.
Thank you.
Compared to me, that's my generation. Jazz Joplin. Drew Rasmussen with a big backhand huck for the pull.
These are the nice ones.
Settling bounds with AK. Up to Drummond, not a bad choice.
Drop over the top, across the middle. Seems like we're back into a traditional vertical stack.
Yeah, such as it is, it's sort of like a vertical mess.
That's more the amoeba offense of just throwing it into as many contested places as possible.
Yeah. Now this time it looks like Aiden. Oh,
Just short of the end zone. Almost a nice poach D by the help defender.
this is our young Mr. Kim in the green trying to evade Mr.
Cole Drummond with a veteran play.
Cole Drummond takes it in.
Making sure to land in the end zone.
Yeah.
Very professional.
I saw Aiden take a swipe at that disc down deep in the end zone,
So Remold 5, TRI 3.
which he missed.
We got Remold 5. About to serve it up to TRI 3. It's been interesting to see. I think Remold's kind of getting into a little groove here and they can turn one or two more, this game could get a little out of hand. So hopefully TRI can walk one down.
Cole Drummond putting one up that is breaking back in bounds beautifully. What a pull. Wasn't sure it was going to do that, but it just hit the sideline and said, oh, I need to be going right. Rasmussen on his own goal line or thereabouts.
They're directing traffic, trying to get a receiver to make a cut to him. But
Right. Little push pass to his other turquoise shorted handler, and Fitz, oh no, that's Aiden McGee again on the far sideline, waiting for an opening.
oh, we got a nice foot.
And here we have a jack to the goal line. Yes, Mr. McGee with another one.
I think White's found their go-to receiver tonight in the end zone.
They may have.
So we got Remold 5, TRI 4 now. And we're back. We have TRI with 4. About to serve it up to Remold with 5.
Mr. Rasmussen with the disc.
Earlier I was talking with AK. He said his team was the lowest seed coming into the playoffs. So I guess they found their, they got their groove back once the playoffs started.
Just at the right time of year.
A lot of these guys probably just finally got in shape, or somewhat in shape by the end of the season. They decided to play themselves into shape as opposed to coming in any kind of semblance of shape. Jay Prince with a great little stutter step. See it?
And here we go again.
Oh,
and this
man.
guy, he tips it away.
Yeah, that was.
Defended by a young Pennsbury freshman.
We'll say it was amazing defense, but
Maybe
when
a
it hits you
soft.
right in the hand, I don't think we can give the defender much credit.
No. Though there was some pressure. The kid was right there, but he did not have a hand in the play per se. You know Jay could hear.
The Jay Principe 70-30 rules in effect. 70% of the time he's great, 30% of the time it'll leave you scratching your head. So there's a 30% for you. Sometimes it's more of a 37.
That's Kieffer's. Oh, there we have Rasmussen throwing out of bounds directly over the line. He couldn't get that throw around without hitting Cole Drummond upside the head with his release. So
that was a big step around backhand.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to get around.
couldn't quite get it around. Cole will bring it back to the line. There's somebody holding his hand up there.
Hey, Principe putting himself out in a little ISO position again, maybe? What's round
Yeah,
two?
he thinks he's going to try Mr. Lanzillo again. I've got to get his name right, too. So he takes the in cut this time and flips it back to Drummond, who looks deep but decides against it.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup with three back there. This guy's got to bring him back in and free up some space for people to eat.
I think they've decided to work at this point. AK backhandling and oh, a nice soft scuba to Mr. Kim, who demurred from going upfield to get it back to McGill.
Jay Principe imploring his team to go back to a vertical stack as their amoeba stack. It seems not to be working as well as they thought it would.
They got it around. Richard Yon puts it in deep, and that's perfect.
Those are easy ones.
Very nice throw, nice
A
catch.
little love for the camera.
Yeah.
All right, 6-4 Remold.
6-4 Remold, and we'll be right back with you.
And we're back. We have Remold 6, TRI 4. Cole Drummond about to send that disc down there. Get the offense
Another
started back
upwind
up.
pull. Strong throwers don't mind throwing into a nice breeze like this. It's not too heavy because they can really hang it and get the defense down there. Cole does that nicely. Fading to the right. Oh!
Oh, nice little second
Aiden
half.
McGee ropes it in. Just he had to be toes in there, I guess. That's a great staying with the. Oh!
Wow.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh!
Fitz gets that one. Ow! Ow! I think we're gonna need a sub here for a
you
second.
can,
That's not good.
All right, we're back. We have a little injury time out there. Hopefully everybody's okay. But we have Remold 6 and TRI 5 after that nice grab in the end zone.
Oh, is he not? Yeah. He's not back in, and I don't expect we'll see him.
McGillicuddy taking the disc over to AK. See if they can get a nice little steady offense here.
Ooh, and defended in the middle of the field.
Catchable disc.
Well, the defender got there first, so I'm not giving that foul to the man in white. In fact, I'd call it against the man in white because he kept coming into the play. Defender is holding his arm. It is a turn, but I think they're...
Elbow to the back of the head, maybe?
Yeah, I think the player in white is taking one. And number 48 coming in. Oh, I don't like seeing Fitz over there holding his shoulder. That's not good. He was not going to miss another disc.
No. Right, I think it's going to be Dark's disc. Duck your play. Cole looks to be just hanging back, quarterbacking this offense.
Right.
Listen out.
Wide open cutter.
Hey, Bert, on me.
Cole with a beautiful off the line. Basically unguarded up the line.
He put a cut on Drew, who bought the fake and realized when he left it was too late.
Remold 7 and TRI 5. One more point for Remold to take us to halftime. Okay, we're back. We have Remold 7, TRI 5. Old drummer about to send another pull down the field to get this point started.
Fading right.
A lot of congestion in the middle of the field here, not too many definitive cuts on the traditional cutting lanes.
Yeah, that allows the defense to sort of clog lanes up.
Wow.
We have that was Aiden McGee just got it tipped to the ground.
That was one of those ones where you hold the fake out there so long that the hand's there anyway and you kind of throw into it. John Klein's got a little mismatch on the outside. Let's see what he does with that.
John to John there. Gill with a nice little flick to the middle. They're taking their time, old Dark is, and there's Cole Drummond for another. Oh, he's on the goal line. Looked like he was going to get another goal. Little bladey flick across the field, and that will do it.
2 goals for John
Klein.
I had the over-under set at 1/2 of a goal and bet heavy on the under for John Klein tonight for goals, and that thing got trashed already. So.
Oh, Darwin.
That'll send us
Yes,
to halftime.
that is half. That's correct. Thank you, and we will catch you in the second half of this Love Fest out here at Mercer County Park.
We're back in the second half. We have Remold ATRI 5 with TRI about to pull this disc. Nice inside out backhand to start this half. Seems like Remold kind of fell into a little groove here with working the disc pretty simply against the white team, so we'll see. So we got Drew covering.
Oh, and the D against McGill. Used his length to get in front of that one. Little contact, but McGill didn't find a foul, so no reason for us to.
Yeah, McGill's been playing long enough. More likely to ignore some of those.
Rasmussen with a fading backhand into the end zone that's taken by AK.
Perfect throw to AK.
Yeah, right. And Cole Drummond out on the near sideline to the crowd. Back to McGill.
We got a wide open cutter on the open side. Thrower's green.
That was Richard
nice
Yuan, and
deep
AK puts it to him, and he puts it deep for the goal.
Easy ones.
We had Murph down here on D with his young compatriot. They could not quite stop that. So that was another score, making it 9 for dark, and are we 6 for light?
9-5.
9-5.
Yeah. Light needs one here. This would be a
They
big
do.
point.
I heard that we have Scott Clevin with the disc. I'm sorry, that was Scott, not John. Too many Johns on this team already. We don't need another one. Scott Clevin with the disc about to pull. And I heard that Dark had actually a very tough semifinal, which, you know, against a team with a better record. That looks like it might be heading out, but he's going to take it on the line anyway.
100% right now with pool percentages, I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to jinx the next one.
Right.
Here's this is a
And
nice
we're
one.
coming deep.
We got Steve, we got height.
Okay.
That was great deep from the
Okay.
outside.
Yang got over McGee for that one.
Big heads up play to come from the weak side.
I think we had a little maturity. McGee was kind of surprised that somebody could hang with him, I think, for that distance. He is not a huge fellow, young Mr. McGee. I'm hoping he didn't. Took a little bit of a whack on that, I think. But Yang got up and had that thing whole-handed out of bounds.
Dark's going to go back to that horizontal stack.
So Scott Clevin is his swing. This is upfield onto the field to another veteran who I have yet to learn the name of. That's John Pack with the disc. Dumps it back to Scott Clevin. And we have Steve Layup roaming in the middle there, playing D.
Playing that roamer defensive
That
position.
roamer defense. Jay Prince up the sideline. Oh! And White comes away with it. Rasmussen going towards the end zone with Jay Prince guarding him. Aiden McGee to the far corner, but not open by the time he gets there. Foul called on the throw. Yang intercepted that. Jay Prince is having a discussion with Rasmussen, but seems to be no contest.
No contest on there, 5-0.
Jay Prince, always a sporting lad, continues that tradition. We have another going in on 0. Jay is just fouling him over and over.
Seems to be a tad uncomfortable with this, and Jay Prince seems to be more than happy to make him even more uncomfortable with it.
Right. Well, he knows he's working against the pivot on their offense, the linchpin.
Coming on 0.
If this guy thinks a couple of foul calls on a kid that grew up and went to Princeton NJ is going to
Fluster him.
Fluster him at all. He's got something else coming to him. You ever been to Levittown or wherever these people are from? It's a wild place.
There's that great old saying you used to have when you were helping chaperone my guys, so you can take the boy out of Levittown, but you can't take Levittown out of the boy.
It's a magical place.
Rasmussen looking for the dump with the around and not finding it, but he finally does to Steve Layett. He puts it in the goal for Aiden McGee.
Very smooth transition on that.
Very smooth. It's nice to have a grizzled vet back there in the back to help handle stuff.
That brings us to Remold 9, TRI 6. We'll be back at you
In just a moment.
Back after that TRI goal, we have TRI about to serve it up 6. Remold 9.
I was able to ascertain that this is Daniel Lee on our right here on the TRI line in the turquoise shorts. He's been doing so much of the handling today.
Not his jersey, is that correct?
Not his jersey,
Rocking
yes.
some Rutgers gear for the sake of rocking it.
Borrowed it from a friend, which is why I always ask if that is their jersey. Oh!
Did he see it?
So that is either a dropped pull or a pull that Murph tipped.
Yeah, I heard my bad, so I'm going to assume that
Yeah.
the defender is...
Right. Murph was putting his hands up to get ready to guard Cole Drummond.
Once again, our best athlete on the field, most likely, but our greenest ultimate player.
And he tipped the disc.
And McGillicuddy.
McGill coming deep. Oh.
Couldn't hold on.
And he gets shoved to the turf. I guess we're not. McGill not calling a foul there. It's interesting. Daniel Lee cutting up the sideline to get it from Drew. faking the backhand and then going back to it for Murph, who dumps it back to Lee. And he puts it in the middle to McGee. Lee to McGee. McGee looking for the flick. Oh!
Wow.
He
Right
dumps
in the
it to
hands.
Rasmussen. Yeah, it hit him in the hands again. But
Wow.
it was a little line driving for a dump, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's a little quicker than you expected.
Yeah.
When you're in this little technical disc.
And Scott Clevin kind of alone back here.
Yeah, he's got Drew playing a little center field with him. Hopefully he exploits it like he just did.
And, yep.
Back to the hole.
And Drummond into
AK.
AK.
Deflection on
Our
camera. Tell the
erstwhile
camera about
director.
it.
There he is with the disc.
If you're on the equipment, you get the spotlight. And we'll give him 3 more
Rajan.
seconds. We'll give him 3, 2, 1. He didn't even do anything.
And of course, he's wearing Lynn's jersey, so how can you tell who the hell he is? All these guys wearing somebody else's jersey.
So we'll go Remold 10, TRI 6, and we'll take a brief break. And we're back.
We are home backhand.
As me and Bailey take a quick selfie to send to Isaac Saul.
Yes, or any of our other sons and brothers.
Pull with a beautiful backhand pull. That's going to sit just nice. Drew's got the disc. Man isolated in the cutting lane.
And again, thankful that the stall count is still 10 in the rec league. You know, you need this in summer league. Murph with the disc on the sideline. Oh! And Drew scoops one that should have turfed. That was a very lucky grab. Steve Layett.
Fumble, stumble, and a drop.
Oh, did he? Oh, no.
This is one of those ones here where some solid offense here. Nice and simple, easy. Dark could pretty much get this game start getting out of hand.
Ooh.
Dark still with the disc on the sidelines. Quick stoppage. See if Dark relies on one of its younger guys to score this, or
Cole Drummond with the "what now" expression.
yeah. It's like instead of point to win this game, White is going to rely on pulling every rule they can out of the rule book to slow this game down.
And you can understand they're low on resources. They've just lost another one of their grizzled vets in Fitz. I think he's
John
left.
Klein again with a touch. We've seen
left
assist
the
out of John Klein.
John Klein. Now we're swinging over to Cole Drummond, who gets it in the
Another
end
one from
zone.
Remold. Remold starting to find its groove now. Got Remold 11, TRI 6. We're back. We have our TRI in our foreground with 6. Remold on the far side with 11. Rasmussen handling the pull. Pull from Cole, getting back in the end zone.
Daniel Lee just on the field, and he gets a flick out.
Oh!
Oh!
With a beautiful coach out of the front.
Whoa, whoa, I think we have a foul there. We certainly should. Call that foul, McGee. Damn near knocked you unconscious. Little advice from a veteran player to a newbie. I think McGill is acknowledging the foul there. When a defender is coming upfield and a receiver is blind to the defender, there is only one way to call the contact that results. Because only one person can see that it's going to happen. McGill has done that, thankfully.
Hey, who's got who? Wilson, who you got?
Hotshot wondering what's going on.
Yeah, a little contentiousness here about who should be tapping this disc in.
Right.
Since it was never caught, probably should have went back to the thrower, but it's one half dozen of the other.
Daniel Lee to Murph, back to Lee. Hotshot on him. Lee is a pretty reliable handler, and he's not much fazed by anyone, but he just threw it away
Yeah.
to basically an empty end zone. This is another example of a cutter breaking off his cut before his thrower knows he's done. Nice throw. The guy had finished the cut, but
Nice throw. No one there, but still
Right.
a nice throw.
nobody home.
And McGillicuddy's got a little one-on-one downfield. Brings his cut back in. AK with this. See if we can have some fun here. AK
Oh,
with
he's
the-
going up deep
very
to
nice
young
deep
Mr.
ball.
Kim. He ropes it in.
Very nice. Very nice throw by
That's
AK.
a really
Very
nice
nice
throw.
cut by the receiver. Maybe Remold 12, TRI 6. Got the crowd a little pumped up now. People starting to wake up a little bit. I think this is what I kind of expected to see happen with this game. You'd see some more of this veteran leadership on dark.
Right.
Especially their more consistent handlers, guys that want the disc, and guys that can do something with the disc from half field or out.
Yeah. What are we,
Eventually take
12
over.
or is that 13?
12-6.
12-6.
Back again with Mr. Cole Drummond. Ready to send us downfield once more.
Oh, yeah. Make thyself comfortable.
Beautiful pull by Cole. Gets them started back in the end zone. Do a little handler play to try to get some cheap, quick yardage, which is always a nice thing.
Him and Rasmussen working the disc. Rasmussen
Drew
just
with a
jacks
beautiful
it
deep play.
to his youngest receiver coming straight at us.
Bailey Saul. The guy still got it. He absolutely still has it, folks. Eye of the Tiger.
We had to take that one. He was not getting it, and you know, safety is our #1 priority. Scott Plevin out overthrowing Cole Drummond, who scoops it on the sideline and evidently is in. Nobody objecting. Oh, a travel. Drew is calling a travel on Drummond, so Plevin back to Drummond.
So far this game, I believe 10 calls have been made, 9 of which by Drew. So at least if they're not going to win it in points, they'll win it in fouls, calls, and other intricacies of the rule book that aren't going to help the team win the game.
No. Well, he has to instruct his young players too on what's what. So. He just happens to be in the middle of so many of the plays for White. This is
Dark is just walking up the field now, I think.
really are. Their young guys are having no difficulty at all with this.
Remold 13, TRI 6, and Bailey Saul
Yeah.
1 after that spectacular catch in the end zone.
It looks like Drew Rasmussen is calling a meeting of both teams over there. And Jay Prince is getting everyone to gather around.
All right, well,
Really
we'll go to
curious
break and
what
we'll
this is.
we'll come back when this
This little love fest
spirit
is.
circle's over.
We should probably take a camera up there and find out what's going on. What do you think, Mr. Reporter, huh? I don't know. This is interesting. Yeah, we'll come back to you, folks. Let's do a little investigation. Well, apparently, that was a little meeting to make sure that we didn't, that we kept the spirit in the game. And I think Drew felt that a couple of his players had been fouled and had to have more than what was a reasonable discussion to enforce the foul. And, you know, one of them may have been the instance that you and I were referring to when McGill trucked young McGee. And
Just one old Pennsbury kid meeting another young Pennsbury kid in the middle of the field. Is all that
right,
was. So we got Remold 13, TRI 6 if my records are correct.
I think they are still, yes. It's been a minute for TRI to score. Daniel Lee just turfs one.
Somebody's been watching too many Ultra Roll videos and think they have to
Yeah.
get through backhand.
Right.
Maybe a couple more years, maybe we'll just fake backhand and try to break flick from now on.
They have that under the mark backhand.
Yeah,
And
we got a
AK
nice
is going deep. But that one is going to get smashed by Aiden McGee.
Yeah, that was just a case of
Even-
McGee outreading him.
Right.
Him, but that was just nice.
Even
defense.
the receiver had to give him 5 on that one.
Yeah.
And Daniel Lee doing the the ancient mariner jog to the disc.
He just just got off his horse after a 100-mile ride and now he's flipping his way over to the disc.
Poor
There.
guy looks injured. He might be running too much tonight. We'll have to see. And Ryan McGillicuddy will be on the mark. And of course, Cole Drummond back here guarding Drew. Because that's pretty much Aiden McGee comes up with that, doing double coverage.
Yes,
Kind of
through a
surprising.
very gratuitous poacher.
Yeah.
Drew with a big swing.
Fakes the flick and gets Drummond off the mark, but has no one to throw to. Finally gets Aiden McGee, who toes it in and lays out.
Very good
Literally,
field sense for a
ew,
younger guy.
gets one to lay it, who scoops it off his shoe tops. That was nice, Stevie. Good way to get down for that thing. Swing to Rasmussen, a swing across. Back to Lee in the middle, who fakes a backhand, throws something low to Murph, who throws it back to Lee, as is his habit. And Lee with a wild scuba across the field that is dropped in the goal.
Another Ultra World-esque throw and a B-level execution.
It's a wonderful throw to you or me, but to somebody who's not used to that, doesn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Oh! And we have another turn going back the other way.
The pros and cons of the world of the internet age and the ultimate mixtapes.
John Pack halfway to the end zone before going back to put the mark on Steve Layett, who just throws into the end zone.
Foul
It's tipped
called.
by about 6 guys.
Foul call by Steve.
And there seems to be a foul call, yes.
Veteran move. It's an incomplete pass. It's got to be a foul. Oldest trick in the book.
We know Steve better than that. He drew that foul. John Pack checks it in.
Cagey. Very cagey veteran.
Steve looking flick, but going backhand.
Steve again with the big swing.
This time Drew is all alone. Cole closing, but and the nice Drew Rasmussen finally with a break mark backhand under the mark that works.
Yeah, that's the break that they've been looking for the last
Right.
3 or 4 throwaways.
And Daniel Lee in the middle, right on the goal line.
Daniel Lee going again.
Finally
There you
gets
go.
it.
If at first you don't succeed,
Try,
and second you
try
don't
again.
succeed, and third you don't succeed, throw junk the 4th time, it's got to fall eventually. So that gives us
time you got it.
Remold 13 and TRI 7.
We'll be back with you in a moment.
With Remold holding the lead here, you got number 77, Fisherman, Jay Principe, who looks more like the backup guitarist in a Jimmy Buffett cover band than he does somebody that's coming out tonight to play Ultimate Frisbee. But what are you going to do?
Nice pull. Picked up just on the goal line. Nice upcut. We're out on the right sideline, John Pack. Taking the backhand, going to flick, hot shot.
Ball on the sidelines. Travel, I believe, on the throw to AK.
Is that what that was?
Figure out the finer points of the where we're bringing it back to on a travel call. Some more exciting aspects of the sport of ultimate. Gets back into play, right back to where it was anyway, besides the travel. So turns out to just be 30 seconds of talking. AK's got the frisbee. Fisherman Jay Principe. AK Island Jay Principe with the up the line cut. Gets looked off. I feel like we're coming up.
Ooh!
We're coming up
AK
on
with
that,
a laser crossfield swing.
We're very close to the Jay Principe 30-70 rule where he's going to do something wild soon, but unfortunately, as I say that, he catches a very steady goal.
Very steady. 2 hands over his head.
To make
14.
Make it game point right now.
We
Remold
sure are.
14, TRI 7 from what was a back and forth game. Kind of got out of hand right after half. And I guess it's the veteran leadership of Dark, kind of the rawness of White, and the overwhelming attempt to make every highlight mixtape in the world by throwing wraparound backhands. So we'll go to break and we'll come back with what could be our game point. We're back with what could be the final point of the game. Remold 14 and TRI receiving with 7. could be yet another men's league win for Jay Principe, who's overwhelmingly probably the most decorated men's player in the history of this league. But in his over 15 years of play, has never sniffed the Johnny Walker Bowl for a mixed league. So. You got to pick and choose your fights, and Jay Principe chose to pick the smallest fight possible.
Ooh.
And a big flick.
Aiden
Big
McGee
crowd.
with a hospital pole. And look at that. Drew Rasmussen must have said, hey, just throw it deep.
There it is. Just throw it deep to the big guy.
And Rasmussen to Murph for the score. And his Murph scoring section goes wild.
Murph cheering section over here on the right.
He has a small but devoted fan base. That's his mom in the foreground.
Since this could be possibly our last point, we'll just roll straight through. And
we're going to keep saying that until it happens. But yeah, with Dark getting the disc, I would expect it to be, unless they make a foolish mistake.
While I got this soapbox, I'm going to take as much advantage of it as I can. So we're going to keep this camera rolling all night long if we have to. We'll do an hour after this of a post-game wrap-up if we can. This seems to be a pretty good go-to line for Dark. You got a couple of nice handlers, a couple of good veteran guys.
Right. Drummond directing with Richard Yuan on his left. We got AK on the right, and McGill in the middle with Scott Clevin right to his right.
I'm surprised we don't have the king of the tropics, Justin Principe, out here for the final point of the game.
Right. I guess he decided to take one off, let somebody else get a little bit of the glory.
Yeah, since he's never Johnny
Richard
Walker
Yuan
Bowl,
going
him out here
deep,
messing this up.
Full Drummond without the throw to get to him. Clevin to Pack. Pack to Yuan.
Ryan McGillicuddy with a great
cut. Comes back to throw the bomb to Cole Drummond. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Remold with the victory. 15-8, I believe.
With Richard Yuan to Cole Drummond for the winning goal.
15-7.
And about, I think, probably what we expected.
Yeah, the team with the veteran leadership and the kind of the more solid throwers.
The more full roster, given the college returnees, I guess, who have left.
So that goes to show you, if you're going to come out and play men's league, you draft as many washed up, out of college players as you can, and as many high schoolers as you can, and you don't have to worry about losing people to college.
There you go.
As you can clearly see by this.
Well, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be with you out here at Mercer County Park under our half moon tonight. The teams giving each other the customary post-game high fives.
Yeah, great night. Special thanks to AK for getting us out here for this. Special thanks to Mercer County Olympic League. Special thanks to Bailey for this is one of the few reasons I come out to these fields at nighttime.
Darwin, you old sentimentalist, you.
After I've carried both of his children to multiple
all you're
Mercer
doing,
County
of
This
course,
League mixed championships.
as they will readily admit. Yes, it was all Darwin.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for watching. MercerUltimate.org for more information.
Come on out. Welcome to everybody. Come on out and play. If you like to run, this sport is for you.
So anyway, have a great night.
We'll see you next time.